Myself, Vodnala Shivalingam, a qualified NET JRF in Commerce. I am a verified educated Unacademy Plus platform as well as free platform for teaching to the UGC NET paper 1 as well as paper 2 Commerce in the English medium of instruction. And I've qualified Masters in Financial Accounting, the Commerce, MCOM Financial Accounting Specialization, NET JRF in Commerce and NET in Management, Telangana SET and Postgraduate Diploma in Business Finance, and Best Educator Awardee from the Unacademy for the best presentation of material across all the platforms together, all the categories together. And here having 4 years of experience, and recently latestly I uploaded a 3 hours marathon video before the commerce examination. From that video itself, from that 3 hours of video, almost 8 questions got covered in the examination of morning and evening shift of 4th of March. So that is what the impact we are doing it, guys. In a 3 hours we covered 8 to 10 questions, means so in a total batch course how much we can able to cover, you can imagine. So that type of quality and that type of estimated preparation we are going to have it in our courses.
Difference between three, most important difference between three. Kindly do hit a like button if you like this session. Deductive, inductive and abductive. What is deductive? Deductive is this logic or this method of a research moving always from the general to particular. General to particular. Moving always from the general to particular, which is a deductive. Moving always from the particular to general. Particular to general. That is inductive. So here abductive matlab incomplete observation. You don't have a full observation. You don't have a proper observation. From an incomplete observation to probable conclusions. Probable conclusions. Right? Incomplete observation to probable conclusions are comes under here. A guesswork, rightly quoted. Who is that? Guesswork. This is a type of guesswork which you will apply both inductive and deductive in this. Yes. Now let me tell you what is general to particular. You will take something which is a general topic and from that you will come to a particular conclusion. A cultural diversity country. A cultural diversity country. Different cultures are there in India. If this is true, then I can say that Telangana is a state which is in India. This is also culturally diversity state. Can I say? If this India is a diversity in culture, then Telangana is also diversity in culture. If my statement is true, yes, Bindu. If my statement is true, if my premise is true, conclusion must be true. Conclusion must be true. So here I would say one most important repetitive PYQ statement is that conclusion necessarily follows the premises. Always, if this is true, this must be true. It is impossible to become false. Impossible to be false. It is mandatorily has to be true. That is what a deductive argument or deductive reasoning also. Necessarily it has to follow. Whereas now if you go for inductive particular, very famous example was there, that is Newton. Apple example was there, na? Newton law. Apple example. How the experiment went on for the Newton. The experiment was, first when he was sleeping under the tree, suddenly one apple fall down on the earth, on the land. Then from that particular situation, falling apple situation, then he analyzed and has conducted various experiments. Like he analyzed why the apple is fall down, why apple was fall down on the earth, and if any other object other than the apple, if we throw like this, then whether it fall on the land or not. From there he started analysis from a particular situation. Then he arrived at a general conclusion, that is gravitational theory. Correct? Huh? There is a gravitation to the earth. Whenever something, that is automatically the earth will attract. That is what. So this is actually, if a particular situation is true, not necessarily general conclusion also to be true. It can be a true or it can be a false. That means, can I say only probable conclusions are possible? Only probable conclusions are possible, not necessary conclusions, because here the general gravitational force may be a truth or may be a false. We cannot say anything. This is bottom up approach. Example to theory or a particular to general, from a situation to generalization. This is probable conclusions only, may not always be correct. Probable conclusions only may not always be correct. That is what the essence to be understood over here. Right, guys? Either a strong or weak. Deductive can be a valid or invalid. This is also PYQ. Deductive can be a valid or invalid argument. But inductive will be either a strong or weak argument. It is indicated in the strong or a weak. Strong or weak. Because whether this is strong argument or a weak argument or the probable conclusion which is cogent or uncogent, that's how it will go. Whereas deductive will be whether this is valid argument or invalid argument, we'll get to know easily. Right? So that's about the deductive, inductive. Any other point which we missed out? Next, which topic we'll take? Yes, bhai. Another most important point which is added by Rowdy. Deductive will start from the theory. The step number 1 is theory to verification. Correct? Theory to verification it will go. Testing, theory, after that hypothesis testing, later concluding and verification will be done. Theory to testing. Whereas deductive will be moving from what to what, you know? Moving from observation to theory. Moving from observation to theory. A particular observation to theory it will move. That is what a inductive. Right? So that's about the inductive, deductive, abductive. Anything missed in the abductive? So abductive is simply, you know, when you don't have a clarity, incomplete observation, whether this is correct or not, I don't have any clarity. That is incomplete observation. We don't have any clarity about it. The some observation that you have done individually. This observation, when we are starting now, this is actually following an inductive approach. It is a part of the inductive. So the incomplete observation, here you have a full observation, here incomplete observation. So based on the half observation or a 50% or else just incomplete observation, you may or may not get the proper conclusions or a correct conclusion. That is what here abductive. Done.
So Ignite batch course, which is a complete course on paper 1. Paper 1, all the 10 units will be covered. Proper theory explanation and theory explanation linking with the previous year questions will be there. Everything in a detailed version, because these are complete courses, not the revision courses. In a detailed version we will do. Total 10 units of the paper 1 by me and Niharika ma'am is going to be there in this batch course. So starting from the March 10th. For the paper 2 commerce, 5 units by me, 5 units by Niharika ma'am. Total comprehensive coverage of the paper 1 and paper 2 in a detailed version, inculcating the previous year question concepts as well as previous year questions. Basis will be the explanation, and explanation will be easy understandable language of the English. where Hindi medium students can understand and any regional language students can easily catch our words, because that type of basic level we are going to use it in this. But having understood every concept will be covered. So chart wise presented material, properly concise, prepared well. If you join into this course, you no need to refer any other books also. Just blindly you can follow us. So use the invite code Shiva Live to unlock the maximum discount as per the Academy offers. Whatever the offer an Academy gives, you can use this code to get that offer. Shiva Live, SHIVA is the code you need to enter for getting the Academy Plus or Iconic subscription. Not only NTA UGC NET, any category you can use the same code.